Okay, ladies and gentlemen, over here inside Glenwood Canyon is the ever popular Hanging Lake rest area off to the left side of the train. Visitor center as well. This is one of the more popular areas inside Glenwood Canyon for folks to visit when they travel through in here. As you can see off to the far left, there's quite a number of vehicles in the lot over there. The thing over here also, I wanted to point out to you, this is an area called Shoshone, and back before the interstate was reconstructed through here, the interstate used to run just across the way from the river over there, believe it or not, on the north side of the river, before it was all reconstructed back in the early 1990s. It stayed primarily on the north side of the Colorado River through the entire length of Glenwood Canyon. It was reconstructed back into the late 80s, early 1990s, and made it into a major interstate system through Glenwood Canyon. Basically where those folks are standing over there and where the walking trail and bicycle path is presently today is where the old road bed used to be when it was a two-lane road, because that's all it used to be. I-70 through Glenwood Canyon was just a two-lane highway through here. Especially if you folks remember it from back then, that's how it used to be. But unfortunately, due to increase in population and commercialized traffic, it had to be reconstructed into a major interstate system. So what they did here in Shoshone was they actually moved the highway over to the South Canyon wall, which is to the right of us. They blew a big tunnel out in that South Canyon wall and moved it over that side, and then brought it back over. As you can see, it's crossing over us here, over back to the north side of the river. It was built as a two-tier highway pretty much, basically due to the fact it would take and reduce the amount of space needed to be built. And also a lot of environmentalists were concerned about the impact it may have on Glenwood Canyon by putting a major interstate system through here, or the beautification that could possibly get ruined of Glenwood Canyon. So it took many years of planning and architecture that would blend in, and being a two-tier highway would reduce the amount of space needed as well, where they can overlap the westbound and eastbound lanes in areas where they didn't have much room to work. So as you can see right here, this is a perfect example off to the left side here. It was one of the most costliest interstate projects per mile at the time of completion in the United States when it was completed back in the early 1990s. So we're heading up through Shoshone over through Allen here, and then a little further down we'll get to Dotsero, and it's where Dotsero is where we will leave the interstate corridor for the duration of our trip over to Denver. We won't see I-70 anymore. We go north. We don't follow the I-70 route. We will still follow the river, although, pretty much for the rest of the day, all the way out to Granby. You're also going to lose your cell phone service totally after we go through Dotsero, and you will lose it for about 2 hours. So just keep that in mind. If you need to make that phone call, you've got a little short span of time to use your phones, because there'll be no cell phone service of any kind for 2 hours until we get out of the Upper Gore Mountain Range. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching Dotsero, Colorado, and again, over here is where we're going to leave the I-70 corridor and head over to the Sweetwater Valley. Just before we do so, we'll cross over the Eagle River. It's where the Eagle River joins the Colorado River, and then we'll go under the interstate, and we won't see the interstate no more for the rest of the day until Denver tonight. And then we'll head over to Sweetwater Valley, over towards the Sweetwater Tunnel, and head over towards Red Canyon. So you're going to lose your cell phone service in about 3 or 4 minutes here, and you're going to have no service for 2 hours until we get out of the Upper Gore Mountain Range. Just a little info, we left Glenwood Springs just a few minutes late. So we are looking really good right now on time. Should be over to Granby, Colorado, right about, probably about 3:20 into Granby. It all predicates on how we do when we meet the westbound train, because we will see Amtrak number 5 between here and Granby. They're running a little late today, but we will see them. So it all depends on how the meet goes with the other train, and otherwise we should be in pretty good shape getting over to Granby by about 3:20 into Granby.